Deep in the basement of Sofa Shalom, there's a dusty library that's really the home of a magical bookcase to another world, where Micah and Mary and their friends are home, where there's wolves and hares living fairy tales, Mr. Sayfair, the golem, and glass shoe sales. So come join us for the magic and mystery, maybe even a bit of Jewish history. Auntie PJ's here to give us a taste of all the adventures beyond the bookcase, beyond the bookcase, beyond the bookcase.
So, you're interested in more stories. I suppose now is another time. And there was that Hanukkah treasure hunt for Gelt back in the enchanted forests of Mashal. I just needed a few more pieces of Gelt to complete the royal collection. Placing them in the correct formation would unlock the treasure vault and untold riches, and also the secret recipe for the royal sweet potato latkes. When I heard familiar voices in a clearing up ahead.
Oh, just a little higher on your end, Snow White.
Like this, Rapunzel?
Perfect. Now, if you can just ask the robin to please tie the banner to that branch.
Oh, she can understand you. There, Marion. How does it look?
I guess it's as good as it's going to get.
Snow White, Rapunzel, Marion, the not-so-old woman who lives in a shoe. Is that you?
You can just call me Marion.
PJ, oh, what a wonderful surprise.
So nice to see you all. Rapunzel, your hair is looking extra shiny. And Snow White, I love that dress.
Thank you. The squirrels made it.
What craftsmanship. How are the kids, Marion? And life in the shoe?
It's cramped, PJ. It's very cramped, and we're busy. So thanks for stopping by, but we have a lot of work to do.
Oh, Marion, we've been setting up for the party all morning. Can't we take a little break to catch up with PJ? And I wanted to talk to you about entertainment.
We've already discussed this. I have a very clear vision for this party. It's going to be classy and upscale, and the band just doesn't fit into that. They're far too rowdy.
But I think it would be fun.
Rapunzel, please. I'm the expert party planner here. I have 36 children, each of whom wants a different theme for their birthday every year. And it's my responsibility to create 36 individual, magical party experiences. This month alone, I've pulled together 3 unicorn luncheons, 2 mermaid soirees, a spa day for 5-year-olds, and a monster truck bash, complete with a cake that looked like a giant tire. So I think I know what I'm doing.
What are we celebrating? I'd be happy to help decorate if you need another hand.
It's Chag Habanot, the holiday of women's kinship. In your world, it's celebrated mostly by the Jews of North Africa.
It usually falls around the 8th night of Hanukkah, the new moon of the month of Tevet.
The new moon? You mean it's also Rosh Chodesh?
Yes, Rosh Chodesh, the celebration of a new month, is also a women's festival. So it's like 3 holidays in one: Chag Habanot, Rosh Chodesh, and Hanukkah.
Tevet was the month Esther became queen, and the female servants of the castle all came together to feast and celebrate her. So today, we'll celebrate together too. We'll honor all of the heroic Jewish women throughout history.
Judith saved her whole town from an invasion. Miriam helped save her baby brother, Moses, by watching over him while he was hidden in grass on the Nile River. Devorah was a female military leader.
And in modern times, we've got heroines like Annie Londonderry, the first woman to bicycle around the world. Rosalind Franklin, a British chemist who helped us better understand molecular structures. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the first Jewish woman and second woman on the Supreme Court who fought for gender equality.
Ooh, and don't forget Regina Jonas, first female rabbi.
How about Ruth Handler, the inventor of Barbie? We could really go on and on.
It's a time to celebrate friendship. And daughters, too. I should know. I have 17 of them. Wait, 19? No. I was right the first time. 17.
Plus, we sing and dance and eat lots of wonderful sweets.
That sounds amazing. Do you happen to have any of these wonderful sweets? I've been wandering around Mashal for hours, and all the gelt I've been finding is actual gold, not chocolate. And not very delicious at all.
I could use a break and a snack, too.
So could our little friends.
Oh, fine. Let's take 5. But then it's back to work. Why don't you get PJ a mamul cookie? They're my favorites. PJ, you'll love them. Arabic delicacies that are sometimes eaten on Purim and Easter, too. They have a creamy date filling and a touch of rose water, and they're molded into pretty shapes and dusted with powdered sugar. So festive!
They sound wonderful.
Were we supposed to bring mamul?
We thought we were just in charge of decorating.
I did bring some dates.
This is a potluck! Of course you were supposed to bring mamul. How can we have a Chag Habanot celebration without them?
Oh, it's okay. I see you have mint tea. I'll have a cup of that instead.
Of course.
I'll just get you some honey and... Where is the honey? Did you forget to bring that too?
You never told us to bring honey.
And we don't love the way you've been ordering us around all day.
You haven't been listening at all.
I'm just trying to put together a nice party. But now everything's ruined.
Not on my watch, Marion. Take some deep breaths. Don't worry. I'll go get the ingredients you need. I bet Cinderella has most of them in her pantry. It's always well stocked. You just stay here and keep decorating, and I'll be right back.
Thank you, PJ. We'll need butter, flour, sugar, and rose water for the cookies. We should have plenty of dates already.
And some honey for the tea, please.
Not a problem. Don't worry, ladies. Side quests are my jam, as the kids say.
Kids don't say that.
PJ, what a wonderful surprise! Welcome to the castle. I was just getting ready for the Chag Habanot party. In my comfiest sweatpants, of course. Would you like to come in?
Actually, that's why I'm here. We're missing a few ingredients for mamul cookies, and I was wondering if we could borrow some.
Oh, my, of course! Marion must be so anxious. She's been planning this party for such a long time.
Darling, I don't think I'm doing this quite right.
I'm sure you're doing just fine, sweetie. Can you tell Marion we're bringing Svenge?
Sure. What are Svenge?
They're sugary, airy North African donuts. The name means sponge. They're fried, so they're perfect for Hanukkah, too. Kind of like if a jelly donut and a beignet got married and had a baby, and the baby got sprinkled with powdered sugar and maybe a little shaved coconut.
Sounds delicious.
They are. It's traditional for grooms to pamper their brides on Chag Habanot, so Prince Charming's been making these all day for me. Or at least he's been trying to make them all day.
Dearest, I think I've started a teensy fire. Could you bring an extinguisher, my love?
I'll be right there, honey bun. Help yourself to whatever you need, PJ. I'd better check on Charming before he burns the castle down. And tell Marion the Svenge might be a little on the extra crispy side.
I've told you before, I don't want to buy any cookies. I don't even like cookies, and, oh, it's you.
Mr. Sayfair, you're looking well.
Hello, Petronilla Juniper. What do you need?
Why would you think I need something?
Because you always need something. What is it this time?
Well, I actually do need something. I'm helping Rapunzel, Snow White, and Marion put together the Chag Habanot celebration. And since you're a worm...
A bookworm. It's not the same thing.
Right. We just needed some honey for tea. And I thought maybe you'd know some bees. Maybe like an insect affinity group or something.
Worms are not insects, PJ. We belong to a vast array of phyla.
Oh, okay. Sorry to disturb you.
But I do know some bees. Come on, I'll take you to them. If it'll get you out of my proverbial hair. They're in my yard, just past Shirley.
Shirley? Oh, right. Your avocado tree.
How could you possibly forget? Well, there it is, the hive. These bees help pollinate Shirley and keep me in guacamole. They're not the friendliest, but hey, neither am I.
Do I just, knock?
No, PJ. I wouldn't suggest knocking on a beehive. Just say hello.
Okay. Hello? Bees?
This is Petronilla Juniper. She is a friend of mine. She wanted to know if you could spare any honey.
She thinks she can just buzz on in and we'll give her honey?
That's Queenie, the queen bee.
Wonderful to meet you, Your Majesty. Normally, I wouldn't ask for such a big favor, but we're having a Chag Habanot celebration and...
What's Chag Habanot?
It's a celebration of women and friendship and daughters and love.
Well, that sounds nice. I do have 1,000 or so daughters at any given time.
Why don't you join us? It's a potluck, so you can bring the honey and enjoy all of the sweet treats and lovely flowers in the forest.
It's been a while since we've been to a party. Normally, when we get there, everyone scatters, screaming. Not sure what that's all about.
I promise this party will be different. We'd love to celebrate you and your girls.
You've got a deal. Get ready, ladies. We're going out tonight.
Thanks for the introduction, Mr. Sayfair. I'll bring you some mamul cookies after the party.
I appreciate that. They go great with horseradish.
I have a hard time believing that, but to each their own.
Oh, dear. Let me just pull a few of these weeds.
Actually, I think you should trim up those rose bushes.
Mama Bear? Is that you?
Oh, hello, PJ. What brings you to our neck of the woods on this fine afternoon?
I'm gathering ingredients for the Chag Habanot celebration. You're coming too, right?
Of course.
What a beautiful garden.
Actually, it's more of a nursery.
Ah, you must be?
Mary.
Quite contrary.
Actually, I'd say I'm only moderately contrary.
Mary and I have been tending to this nursery for quite some time. We've been able to grow a lot of our own food. I adore making fresh raisins from the grapes we grow. They're perfect in my famous porridge. In fact, we're planning to bring some to the celebration.
Actually, we were going to bring homemade rose perfume too. It's the perfect gift for all the women at the celebration.
Oh, and we also wrote everyone notes about how grateful we are for their friendship.
How sweet. And I just love your roses. Is that one metallic?
Actually, it's iridescent.
Gorgeous. I was wondering if I could borrow a few to make rose water. We're a little short on ingredients for the mamul cookies, and rose water is the last thing I need.
Oh, we'll do you one better. We'll help you make it. Let's gather rose petals, and we can set off for my cottage to make rose water. We just need to steep them in hot water for a little while. Oh, and we can use the extra rose water to make a fabulous facial toner to give to the ladies at the party.
Sounds perfect! Chag Habanot is saved. I bet the rose water gives the cookies such a wonderful flavor.
Actually, it does.
Rapunzel, Snow White, Marion, I'm back. And I found all the ingredients for the mamul. And Queenie is bringing plenty of honey for the mint tea. So don't panic, but expect a lot of bees. Like, a lot.
Great.
Wonderful.
Terrific.
Well, that didn't sound very sincere, ladies. What's going on?
All day, Marion's been ordering us around.
We can't get a word in edgewise.
I think you got plenty of words in. If you weren't chatting so much, this place would be fully decorated by now.
I mean, it looks pretty nice here to me. Why don't we talk it out while we make these cookies? Nothing brings people together like cookie dough.
I don't feel like talking, but I do feel like making cookies.
Same, but part of Chag Habanot is mending fences with friends and setting aside our differences. We should be having fun, not arguing. Pass me the mixing bowl.
Marion, you're treating us like we're your kids. We're adults and we have opinions.
But my vision.
This isn't just your party, though. It's a party for all women, and that includes us.
Well, how would you like it if someone turned up their nose at your mermaid centerpieces or monster truck tire cake?
I wouldn't. Oh, I see. I've been kind of selfish and bossy, huh?
A little.
I'm just so used to dealing with children and having my own way at parties that I didn't think about considering your ideas and opinions. I'm always telling my kids that they need to work on their listening skills, but it looks like mine needs some improvement too. You've done a wonderful job decorating. I'm sorry.
We forgive you. It's Chag Habanot, after all.
Oh, what if we molded the cookies into little crown shapes?
Well, I was thinking they should be circles. But sure, let's try crown shapes.
The dough hides the date filling, just like Esther hid her Jewish identity.
Gotta love a Purim fact, even during Hanukkah.
Is there anything else I can do to make this up to you?
Well, since you're offering, I'd love my hair braided so it looks festive for the Chag Habanot party. And you do the prettiest French braids on your daughters. Could you?
Braid your hair? All of it? But that'll take hours and... Sorry. I definitely owe you a great French braid. Let's get started. Oh, and Snow White, do you think you can still get that band you mentioned?
But you said they were too loud.
What's a party without music?
Ooh, let me make some calls.
So glad you could make it, Queenie. You look spectacular in black and yellow. Care for some mint tea?
Oh, yes, please, PJ.
These mamul are fantastic. The rose water tastes so iridescent.
Actually, oh, wait, yeah. The roses were iridescent. And these fens are delish, too. I love how crispy they are.
Charming burned off some of his eyebrow hair making them, but I think it was worth it.
Shall we light the candles?
Absolutely. And then we can tell stories of biblical heroines.
I should really be going. It's getting late, and there's still gelt to be found.
Oh, PJ, if there's one thing I've learned today, it's to go with the flow when you can. And, of course, to listen to your friends. The gelt will be there in the morning. Chag Habanot is time to relax, not treasure hunt. And besides, the band just showed up. Check out the lake.
They're here. My favorite band, the Mermaids of Mashal.
But how do they play an electric guitar while swimming?
Really well, apparently.
Okay, I'm sold. I'll stay. The gelt can wait. Let's hear these sirens sing.
Are you ready, ladies? Let's